with stories to unfold. Keep your eyes wide open and your soul won't grow cold. In the realm of the strange and the fantastical, lost in the dark, but it's light so magical.
Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek, and it's news time. We don't do a lot of news, do we really, on this channel anymore? Because I just do news that I find interesting, and not a lot of interesting news appears. Not for me anyway, not for me. I'm not interested in such and such celebrity walked on a crack in the pavement the other day. Well, stuff like that. People just do news for news' sake, whereas I do news that I find interesting. And I found one that I found interesting today, if a bit disconcerting. Well, it is for me anyway. According to Hollywood Reporter, Taika Waititi is going to be directing a new Judge Dredd film. Hence the picture of the big fella there behind me. Is this good news? Not really, not for me anyway, because I'm not a huge Taika Waititi fan. I used to be. Back when he was kind of new on the scene and he was working his way up, and he did good stuff. What We Do in Shadows, Thor, Ragnarok, etc. But now he's just full of himself and he's everywhere and he's kind of annoying and he thinks he's the funniest person in the world and he's not. But anyway, right. So let's have a look at this news article, shall we? But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Explore the description for links for stuff such as merch and my books and my other channels, like my music channel. Go subscribe to my music channel. I've only got 6 subscribers, for crying out loud. And all that stuff. Become a member, like these cool people, wherever they're appearing on the screen. And you get the perks that members get, like early access and exclusive videos and stuff like that. Right, off we go. Let's have a look at this article. There it is from the Hollywood Reporter. Taika Waititi tackling Judge Dredd movie in hot package hitting Hollywood. Exclusive. I don't know what hot package means, but anyway, I don't know. Drew Pearce, whose screenwriting credits include Fall Guy and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, is attached to write the script. So is that good news? This is from Boris Kitt at THR. There's the man himself. God, bloody, I want to hit him. That smug, bloody, oh, look how successful I am face. I didn't even like him in, I forgot the name of that film, where he played Hitler. It was a good film. I forgot the bloody call it now. You know what I'm like. I'll flash it on the screen there. It was a good film, but I just hated him in it. He did me head in. But anyway. And there's Carl Urban as Dredd from 2012. Right. Judge Dredd, Taika Waititi. Those two names have studio heads and executives sitting up this week as one of the hottest packages of the year hits the Hollywood marketplace. Waititi, oh there we go, the Thor Ragnarok and Jojo Rabbit. See, I don't have to put it there now, so it's telling us here. A Jojo Rabbit filmmaker is attached to direct a new feature film take on Dredd, the popular and violent British comic book character. I was there at the beginning. I feel like Elrond. I was there at the beginning. 3,000 years ago. 4-2, whatever it was. Back in 1977, I think it was. When Judge Dredd first appeared in issue 2. Not issue 1, issue 2 of 2000 AD. And became, an overnight success, I suppose you could say. But anyway. And I think the current Dredd bears little resemblance. I don't read the current Dredd comics anymore. I tried to get back into comics. As my life went on, and I grew up, and all that stuff, and you get married, you move away, you leave home, you find a partner, get married, have kids, and all that, and all that stuff, everything took a back seat. Music, nerdies to comics, computers, gaming, all that stuff took a back seat because I couldn't afford it anymore because I was married and I didn't have any money. But recently, as I've got older, I've tried getting back into all that sort of thing, but I could never get back into comics again. I've tried buying some comics. I've even got some up there. I found some old, you can't see, but I've got like an old 2000 AD up there that I got at a Comic Con. And I've tried, getting back into comics, but I just can't. I don't know why. For some reason, I've lost interest in them. Maybe I'm just a miserable old curmudgeon. But I don't know. Anyway, where were we? Drew Pearce, the scribe known for his action movie-filled resume, thanks to titles such as Fall Guy and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Can't remember if I've seen that one. I probably have. I think I've seen all the Mission Impossible. I'm not sure. I'd have to watch it. Another thing about getting old, your memory goes. Anyway, he's attached to write the script. Producers include Dredd rights holders Chris Kingsley, Jason Kingsley, I wonder if they're related, and Ben Smith of Rebellion Developments, Roy Lee of Vertigo Entertainment, Jeremy Platt, Natalie Viscuso, and Pierce. Sources say... sorry, what the hell's going on? What's going on there? Oh, it's a thing is shaving, in it, to get that straight edge on your shaving. I just wonder what's going on there in that picture there, in this advert. Is it Timu? Yes, of course it is. What the hell's going on there? What are they? Are they earrings? Why would you want that? What the hell's that? I've never bought anything from Timu. A fake cat to stick to... What the hell are they? They're shoes. Or flip-flops. Oh, for God's sake. Or you can buy a bludgeon, a cudgel to beat somebody up with. Anyway, where were we? Sorry for that diversion into Timu. This is not a sponsored video. I mean, judging from my internet history, there could have been anything there, to be completely honest. Sources say Pearce and Waititi both grew up with the books. There weren't books when I were a bloody kid. Grew up with the books and are friends who have been trying to find a project to work on together for years. Created in the late 70s, as I said, 1977, when 2000 AD started, by writer John Wagner and artist Carlos Ezquerra. Dredd, I think he's passed away as Carlos, hasn't he? I think he has. Dredd debuted in the pages of Weekly British Anthology 2000 AD. By the way, I saw John Wagner at a convention a long time ago, and I really regret not going up and you know, getting a signed thing from him. It's one of the regrets I've got. But I didn't. Anyway. Dredd debuted in the pages of Weekly British Anthology 2000 AD. Weekly. Remember when comics were weekly? Does some still come out weekly? Don't know, but imagine doing that every week. You know, story after story every week. It's a wonder it lasted as long as it did. And it's still going, but in a different form. He's a police officer in the bleak future metropolis of Mega City 1. Part of a law enforcement corps that empowers officers to be judge, jury and executioner. The character and his stories were a satire on the judicial system taken to the extreme. Dredd proved hugely popular, engendering several more comics and comic strips, video and board games, books and even postage stamps in the United Kingdom. It is said that over 100 million comics and graphic novels have been sold. The character was given the glossy Hollywood treatment in 1995 with a big budget adaptation that starred Sylvester Stallone, which I like it, I must admit. It was poorly received, it was, but I really like the 1995 Judge Dredd. If he kept his helmet on, it'd have been, in my opinion, apart from Rob Schneider, who's so totally annoying, but if he kept his helmet on, it'd have been the perfect Judge Dredd movie, in my opinion. Because it was amazing. It was just like the comic. The rendition of Mega City 1 were amazing, with the towering skyscrapers and flying vehicles going in between and all that stuff, and the Angel family and all, and even Hammerstein, is that what we call him? Yeah, Hammerstein, who would go on in a different form to have his own comic strip in the ABC Warriors, but in the Judge Dredd movie, were a bad robot. Nothing to do with J.J. Abrams, not that sort of bad robot. Anyway, whatever. More warmly was the reception for Dredd, a 2012 adaptation that starred Carl Urban with a script by Alex Garland, the writer behind 28 Days Later, which I'm not a fan of. I'm one of these weird people that I prefer 28 Weeks Later to 28 Days Later. I'm a weirdo. I'm not a big fan of Danny Boyle for some reason. His films don't do it for me. Which is weird. That Sunshine and that one where the fella gets his arm trapped and all that, and has to cut his arm off with a penknife. Didn't do it for me. Anyway, who also wrote and directed Civil War, which I didn't mind. I didn't mind Civil War. A lot of people didn't like that, but in this sphere. But I quite enjoyed Civil War. I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm going to say something. I forgot what it was. Oh, yes, the 2012 Dredd. At first, I didn't like it. I started watching it, and I thought, I don't like this. And then I give it another go, and fell in love with it, and I really think it's good. And I do think it is a better film than the 1995 one. But that one still has a special place in my heart. But the 2012 Dredd is really, really good. And he kept his helmet on. You just saw him without the helmet on at the beginning, from behind, putting the helmet on, which they had done in the comics before. Anyway. The log line is being kept under the visor, but the pitch is said to take inspiration more from the comics than the previous screen iterations. The 1995 one took loads from the comics. As I said, that the Angel family and Hammerstein and all that. And even Rico Dredd, who were barely scratched upon in the comics, but that I read in the early days. But they made it differently. In the comics, he was sent to Titan, I think, a penal colony on Titan, and he would change so he could live on Titan, so he were all cybernetically enhanced and stuff, so he could breathe and all that. And he comes back to Earth and all that stuff. Leaning into the world building and dark humour, it is also meant to be a fun sci-fi blockbuster that nonetheless speaks to this moment in culture. The desire is to see the movie launch a Dredd universe. Just do the film. If it's successful, then think about don't even think about a universe. Even then, think about, we'll do a sequel, and then if that's successful, then we'll think about expanding. They always go diving in feet first, don't they? Or head first, or whatever is the phrase. Anyway, the desire is to see the movie launch a Dredd universe that could be explored with additional movies and shows across various platforms. Oh, is that it? Yes, that's it. So, yes, I'm happy to see another Dredd movie, Judge Dredd movie. I'd have preferred to see Carl Urban come back. I mean, maybe he will. I don't know. Because he were a good Judge Dredd. It'd be nice to see Anderson come back as well, but I think this is going to be a new take. Hopefully it'll still look like that, or like that. The designs in the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd, which were fine, they still had the massive shouldered things on, made of gold, but the helmet design was changed a little bit. But the comic design did change. Sometimes he had these sharp points on his visor. Sometimes they were rounded, and it depended what the artist, depending which artist was doing the strip at the time, didn't it? But anywho, but yes, it's Taika Waititi that's bothering me. It's going to be, I mean, we know he can do good dramatic stuff. Jojo Rabbit had a lot of drama in it. Thor Ragnarok had a lot of drama in it, but he just keeps taking the edge off the drama with his goofy comedy. Thor Love and Thunder, which is the only Marvel Cinematic Universe film I've not been able to finish. I try watching it and it just annoys me so much I turn it off. It does me head in. I can't watch it. It's bloody awful. And it's the only one. I've even watched the other ones that a lot of people don't like, like Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, which I got through. I thought it were okay. Most of them I think they're okay. Even Captain Marvel. But I can watch them, but Thor Love and Thunder, nope, never get through it. Anyway, so we'll see. But it's going to be a while away, isn't it? They haven't even started on the film yet. So when do we think it'll be coming out? I don't know, 2028 at the earliest, I imagine. But we'll see. Or could be 2027, because that'll be the 50th anniversary, wouldn't it, of Judge Dredd. 1977, 2027. Yes, I'm going to say that. A toygnostication. Let's put the thing up. The toygnostication spinny thing. Judge Dredd is coming out in 2027 for the 50th anniversary. That's my prediction. Maybe mid 2027. I don't know. I always say that, don't I? Mid whatever. Right, so we'll leave it there. I don't have much hope for it. I'm sure it'll look nice, but we'll see. But it's Taika Waititi. Maybe he'll knock it out the park. We know he can do that, but I hope he's got producers that'll rein him in. That's something that he had on Thor Ragnarok. They reined him in a bit, and he produced a pretty good film. But I think on Thor Love and Thunder and other stuff he's done, where he hasn't had producers, he's not on a leash, he kind of goes off, doesn't it, and just does silly things. So hopefully he won't do that with this, but we'll see. We will see. And I hope we get whoever plays Judge Dredd, I hope he says, "I am the law." Don't know. Who will he get to play Judge Dredd? Who do you think? Will Carl Urban return? Don't know. It'd be nice if he did, but I don't know. We'll see, won't we? Because we know Carl Urban can still do the action stuff. I mean, he's coming up in Mortal Kombat 2, isn't he? Which looked like a cool trailer the other day. But we'll see. We'll see. Who else could play Judge Dredd? Who's got that sort of jawline and scowl that Dredd is famous for? I'm trying to think now. I don't think Chris Hemsworth would work with Taika Waititi again, would he? I'm sure I've read that somewhere. They're not exactly pals, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It'd probably make Dredd a woman. No, it's Taika Waititi. It'll be Judge Dredd. Or Dredd will be a minor character, and it'll be all about Judge Anderson. You never know. Right, we'll leave it there. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this malarkey with Taika Waititi doing a Judge Dredd film. So don't forget to like and subscribe and share and comment and all that stuff. And wherever you are, look after each other. And until next time, I'll see you there.
That old Yorkshire geek with stories too.